everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to part 15 of my Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony Let's Play. In the last episode, we discovered that Angie has been the latest victim of murder, and I'm kind of okay with it. I feel bad with saying it, but I'm just putting it out there. So we are about to get into the investigation of her murder and try and unravel this mystery. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so we start here with probably the creepiest murder scene in the Danganronpa series so far. Quite a bit to investigate. I don't know if I brought it up in the last episode, but it is weird that Kaede is the only one who seems to have something like stuck through her. It's kind of strange, but let's check the body first. Angie's body. She's lying face down in the middle of the room.
What's wrong?
Are you going to take a closer look?
Okay.
Yes, I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. It's weird having Maki be like my sidekick now. Maki didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She had no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin. There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck, as well as a laceration on her forehead.
I knew it.
The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck, a sneak attack most likely.
Well...
Then what do you make of this wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind. But her two wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack?
Oh yeah.
I suppose that would be unnecessary.
Remember...
Also, the wound on her forehead looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. I wonder if she got stabbed from the back, fell over, and hit her head on something. What is going on with these two wounds?
Huh?
Huh?
What's wrong, Maki?
Got a minute?
Move. Maki pushed me aside, then lifted Angie's body up by the shoulder.
Is this...
What's this doing crumpled underneath her body?
What is it?
This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Oh, it's got like hair on it too. Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's, right? Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could that mean?
But...
I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her body.
So what?
It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did. Well, I have a feeling she's going to be a lot more useful in the investigation than Kaito ever was.
okay.
Well, that's true. Well, even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. So don't beat yourself up over it.
Okay.
Well then, it's a good thing you're used to corpses, Maki.
Do you want to die?
It's like she was actually being nice there for a second. Sorry, joking. I couldn't resist.
Got a minute?
You don't need to apologize. I was joking too. That didn't sound like a joke, though. Alright, this has definitely caught my eye. The four effigies hung upside down makes the scene particularly eerie. I don't know why I said eerie so weird like that. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams on the ceiling.
If I remember correctly...
Angie made all of these wax figures.
Hey.
Is this rope from the warehouse?
You're right.
I believe so, and that means they won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that can be used for murder. Well, don't give them ideas. Anyway, I know that these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out.
That's true.
The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented.
By the way,
why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is this part of the ritual? I'm not sure.
what is it?
If it's not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? Right, if they're gonna do this much work, there must be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? The culprit, Angie, or someone else entirely? Well, let's take a look at the Necronomicon? Necronomicon. The instructions for the resurrection ritual are written in the Necronomicon. By performing the ritual as written, you can resurrect one deceased victim.
I knew it.
This was the motive, the Necronomicon.
Hey,
Angie tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right?
Okay.
Yes, if we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's take a look. The Necronomicon Resurrection Ritual. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. So no mention of having to hang them upside down. So these are the steps for the resurrection ritual.
this is stupid.
Angie really believed in this crap? It's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out. Okay, so I'm wondering if... Yeah, it's probably going to be all the same thing here, so... Is there anything up here? Maybe I should say something to Rantaro, because it did say... Okay, no, it's going to be the same thing. She was the one who mentioned that she was going to bring back Rantaro. Okay. Is there anything else I'm missing here? Okay, there we go. The katana. That's what... So, maybe someone thrust the katana through Angie. No, that wouldn't make any sense. I was saying, and then through... Like, maybe Angie was behind the thing of Kaede, so someone took the katana and stuck it through Kaede, and it stabbed her in the back of the neck. If so, we should be able to find some blood on it. And there you go. It's the, and there's a piece of the gold flaking that's missing. And thank you to the person who pointed out. I can't believe I didn't make that connection, about the fact that it's kind of a callback to the first Danganronpa with the katana that, Sayaka used to try and kill Leon with. A katana stabbed into Kaede's wax effigy.
Damn it!
Who did this, and why?
Got a minute?
He looks more upset about the fact someone, like, violated Kaede's effigy than Angie's murder. Let me see. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy.
Ah!
Oh wait, this is a crime scene. You can't...
What is it?
You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
Because...
Yes, true, but we have to preserve the scene. Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while.
Is this...
Oh, there is blood on it. Alright, so someone did... I mean, it's a matter of did they stab it through that after the effigy, after killing Angie, or at the same time? It's a real katana, but there's gold leaf on it.
Okay.
It's just as I said. It's the, what did I call it? Chekhov's katana. It was going to come back at some point. Yeah, I believe it's the one that was on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist Lab. Is that so?
Okay.
We can probably assume this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstains on the tip. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
But
why would they go through the effort of using this as the murder weapon?
That's true.
Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon.
could it be...
Perhaps it's because Kyo's lab is on the same floor. They just grabbed something close by? They may have been in a hurry.
Well...
Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this.
Huh?
A long weapon?
Okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords or any weapons of this length.
Huh?
Really?
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work. When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. I haven't used a sword since, which is fine because they're a hassle to carry anyway. I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. But how did they know all this? Anyway, the golden leaf on this katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hand now.
Okay.
It must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off that easily.
Got a minute?
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later. Maki scolded me, then stood in front of Kaede's effigy.
Hey,
I'm going to put the katana back where we found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Well, she's being considerate, so that's nice. I averted my gaze, and Maki stabbed the katana back into the wax effigy. It is true, like, he is more upset about this fake Kaede being stabbed than a real Angie being dead.
by the way,
Even so, why was a weapon stabbed into the wax effigy? A hanging wax effigy, no less. Was it part of the ritual, or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon? Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide the murder weapon than this.
what are you talking
Then
about?
what's the reason for this?
That's...
I honestly have no idea.
Well,
We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there.
Okay.
The Ultimate Anthropologist Lab. Yes, let's do that. I want to make sure the katana indeed came from that room. Alright, so I think we're good here. Can I talk to these guys about, you know, any, where they were at the time? A murder at nighttime is strange. Impossible, even.
Why?
Why do you think that?
Right.
Because student council made rule that we know can be outside during nighttime. Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at nighttime.
you.
Do you really think everyone would go along with that rule? But Iratua's rule, Angie says he punish us if we not follow his rule.
But...
But the student council weren't included in that, correct? They could do whatever they wanted. Angie was also working here at night. She was?
But...
No way. Student council would never break own rules.
Right.
Aw, Gonta, I hope it isn't you because you're just too good to disobey the rules and I want to be able to, you know, rule you out. They should have been asleep in own rooms to set good example to others. Maybe Angie got attacked while she sleep in her room and get brought here?
Gonta,
Aww,
idiot.
he's just so in denial. If so, Gonta could have saved her. If only Gonta saw. But Gonta was sleeping. Sorry, Angie. Gonta no could save you. I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council rule. Well, yeah, we went out. We didn't care. I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Huh?
Tenko? Oh, it's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council. Or maybe Samugi, maybe you're trying to pin it on Tenko, because maybe it was you.
No.
So you suspect Tenko?
Actually,
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into this lab. I mean, when you think about it, Tenko did have, like, a grudge against Himiko, or not Himiko, God, definitely not Himiko, against Angie. And she would be the most likely to do it based on, like, her feelings towards Angie, but I don't think so.
oh yeah.
That's right, Angie did allow members of the student council to enter her lab. Yeah, Angie's been shut away here working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice, but Tenko at that point wasn't part of the student council, right? Because Angie found out that she had betrayed them.
That's true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all.
No.
It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been let in here. Yeah, well, you're part of the student council too, Samugi, so Angie only let in student council members. That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Samugi. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious. This busty, brainy beauty has this all figured out.
Huh?
You mean you know who the culprit is?
What was that?
The culprit? Fuck that.
Hey,
Shuichi, do we really have the time to be listening to her? Hey, wait, goddammit. Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me. Listen.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell you. You better thank me for this.
you know.
I know y'all are dumber than fleas, but even you get how weird these wax dolls are, right? They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
Well then.
But I figured it out with just one glance. These are diversions.
Could it be...
Diversions?
Listen up.
Yep, the culprit used these wax dolls to distract us from something.
Got a minute?
What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Homo's job?
I knew it.
You're a waste of time. We got Maki Roll and Sherlock Homo. The ultimate duo. Maki turned and walked away. I can't say I blame her.
What was that?
Huh? The hell's her problem? She on the rag or something? So Angie made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the details, you know? Let's just see how detailed these really are. What are you doing? I want to know. Yeah, Mew tried to look up the wax figure's skirt.
Hey!
What are you doing? Stop that. What? I just wanted to see if this doll was wearing panties. Wait, do you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend is a doll now? If you like wax dolls so much, then go fuck the doll already. Alright, that's going too far. I'm starting to agree with Maki. Talking to Mew is a waste of time. Alright, and then there's this one we gotta check out. So that's got that lock. The door is the lab's back door.
Is this?
This door has a sliding lock, and it's still locked.
That's true.
And because no one has used this door since we came in here. I believe Angie locked this door when she came in, and it's been locked ever since.
Hey.
Oh wait, what's this? Look, there's something golden shiny on the top of the sliding lock. Golden shiny? Could it be...
Is that alright?
Maki, may I see it for a minute? I want to try moving the sliding lock.
So what?
You want to unlock it? Go ahead, do what you want. I carefully touched the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts, and softly slid the lock open.
Okay.
Just as I suspected, this lock will slide without much effort. Whether you lock it or unlock it, this could be an important clue.
Well...
I'm curious about this rear door too, but there's something else that bothers me. The lock on the front door that we used to enter this room. Shouldn't we investigate the front door too? I'm going to take a closer look at it. Maki walked over to the front door.
Hey.
I just want to confirm something. When we go to this lab, you're sure the front door was locked?
Okay.
Yes, I'm positive.
I knew it.
The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. So he picked the cylinder lock open.
Hey.
Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
That's true.
It would have been impossible from the outside. The monocubs took the key. Oh, that's right, and then Monodam ate it.
Then...
So Kokichi is the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside, right? Correct. Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased.
Huh?
So the front door was locked from inside the room.
No.
Not necessarily. I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors. Oh, yeah. So it is like a locked room kind of mystery we've got going here. Still, it's strange the front door and back door have different locks. Front door that we came in from has the cylinder lock. And the rear door over there has a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked.
Is this...
In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right? Yeah! Locked, huh?
You're right.
Yes, the cylinder lock's key was taken by the monocubs. So both doors could only be locked from the inside. But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right? He could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door to go in and out of the lab. So he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie.
If I remember correctly...
That's true.
That's right.
Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves.
I knew it.
Oh, would we be able to get rid of Angie and Kokichi in one fell swoop? I wouldn't be too upset about that. But he probably isn't the culprit because that would be too easy to figure out. He's clearly suspicious. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient. He's like, Shuichi's like, I know how Danganronpa is. That's too straightforward. Although he definitely will have to explain himself. Alright, are we all done here? Guess not. Oh dang, I forgot to check out the blood. A small pool of blood has emanated from Angie's torso. This can't be from her forehead. This blood is from the back of her neck.
Is this...
This blood is dry. It must have been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed, maybe more. That fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file. Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There are several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. We think about the evidence in combination. That might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Maki, what's wrong?
So what?
It's not that important, but the only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Like I'd know.
Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy is useless. Anyway, let's continue. No, she's still working on this, you know, complimenting stuff and trying to get friendly with people, so I'll let that pass. I think we finished investigating everything for now.
Got a minute?
Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up.
You're right.
You're right. First, we should investigate the ultimate anthropologist lab. We may find a clue related to the katana.
That's true.
It's true. We need to check if the katana really did come from that place. Something wrong, Maki?
By the way...
It just occurred to me. Why am I acting like your partner?
Sure, whatever.
Well, it's fine. Just don't get used to it. It's not as if I asked you, but it's fine by me. It's true Maki is a tremendous help to me. Yeah, I feel like once we finish this whole thing and we're done with like the supernatural stuff, Kaito should come back to being my partner. I mean, I wouldn't mind Maki being my partner too. I'll take either or. Maki's definitely more helpful about stuff, but I like Kaito too, so I really don't mind who decides to be my partner. I just hope they both stick around for a while. If I remembered correctly, the gold leaf katana is from... It's just a sheath. Earlier the katana was inside the sheath.
Okay.
Maki, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here. I'm certain of it.
That's true.
Doesn't that make Kyo suspicious? This is his research lab after all.
No.
Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it.
That's true.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab too. It just seems weird to me that all of the labs are just open for anyone to stroll into. Hey.
Oh?
There he is showing up, of course. Oh, what are you guys doing here?
Ew.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance? You look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess that's your signature look.
Anyway,
I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back to get it.
Huh?
Something for the seance?
yeah.
Yep, that white sheet over there. We brought the wooden dog statue in the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too.
What is it?
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Hey, don't ask me. I don't know why we need that stuff either.
So that means...
That's why I figured I'd do a little research on the seance before I got the sheet.
Huh?
Study? So, let's see. Kokichi took a look around and... I heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Yep, it says Cage Dog Village right here on the cover, so this must be it. Let's see, what does it say about the Cage Child Seance? Kokichi flipped through the old book he picked up. Oh, is it this page? It's hard to read, but I can see the Cage Child is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyo's drawing is the same magic circle as the one in the picture. Okay, let's see. In order to perform the Cage Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium, and a dark room with no light.
If I remember correctly...
Just like Kyo said. First, draw the magic circle passed down from the Cage Dog Village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle, and rest their forehead onto a stone on the ground. Afterward, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage.
I see.
Also, it says we can't step on the magic circle during the preparations. The dog god? Do you mean the wooden dog statue?
Yeah.
When preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to create complete darkness. The seance will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the caged child song. After the song asks, "Is the caged child?" then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit, and that's all it says. That sounds complicated.
But
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say? Whether it works or not, Kyo has been wanting to conduct the seance for a while. Since I was fortunate enough to obtain one of the copies, I've already memorized it. But I never thought I'd be able to lay eyes on the real one. What a trick of fate.
right?
Oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he can conduct the seance without it.
But
But is it even possible, contacting Angie's ghost? If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi?
huh? Well, you know.
You should see how it plays out with your own eyes.
See?
There's still time, you know. The seance hasn't even started yet.
That's true.
Maybe it's better if you join them.
Huh?
You think so?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. But whether you believe or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens. As a detective, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now you're talking.
All right.
Well, I'll be waiting for you. Of the 3 empty rooms, we're in the middle one. Kokichi spoke as though he were inviting me to go play, then left the room. Is there anything else I can check out here? The Caged Child book is still here. Kyo said he had read it so many times he can recite it by memory. I suppose he doesn't need it to perform the seance.
Hey,
You can deal with the seance. I'll head back to the crime scene to re-examine the clues. Alright, fair enough. Guess there's not really much else to do. Okay, so I think it's over here. So we're going... Oh yeah, I didn't get to go into the middle room when I was investigating this. I'm very curious if this is actually going to work or not.
Hello.
So, Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi? You are most welcome to join us.
Oh.
Is what I would like to say. However, only 5, including the spiritual medium, may join.
Oh, man.
Aw, man, what a shame. Well, Keyboy, you're out. Oh, that's the real reason Kokichi wanted me to come. He just wanted Kibo out.
Me?
Why me? I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while.
listen up.
Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice.
You see.
To be honest, I had the same thought. Your help was appreciated, Kibo.
Why you?
Aw, you guys are all robophobes. Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come? That's why we're apologizing.
Do not mock me.
No one's apologized yet.
Oh, man.
Fine, fine, our bad. Just don't get mad and start shooting electromagnetic waves at us.
How rude.
Why would I do that?
Stop it.
Stop whining, Kibo. I want to start the seance as soon as possible. Fine, but I won't forget this betrayal, Shuichi. What? I didn't do anything. Sorry. What did I do?
So then.
So now Shuichi has joined us. First, some warnings.
Do you understand?
Do not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with purifying salt, so it is easily disturbed when stepped upon. You drew this magic circle with salt?
That's correct.
I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed.
Well then.
Also, it is dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail, but it may also unleash a curse.
Okay.
Got it. I'll be careful. I'm surprised you were able to draw this without even looking at the picture.
Do not worry.
I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Of course, I also have the Cage Child song memorized. You must do the same.
Do you understand?
I have copied the words to the song down here. Please commit it to memory. Everyone else has already memorized it. After all, you'll be unable to read it in the dark.
Huh?
We have to memorize the lyrics now?
Oh?
You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to the task. Here's the melody. I listened to Kyo sing the song and did my best to memorize the melody and lyrics.
Okay.
Alright, I think I've got it now. Your memory is extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective.
Well
then, let us begin the ritual right away.
How exciting!
Yay, we finally get to see Angie.
So then...
Yay, we get to see Angie. Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl. Then I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in.
No.
No, I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Angie.
Yeah? That's right.
Aw, Tanko, that's actually quite nice of you. You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way you can say goodbye to her. And after you finish saying your goodbyes, it'll just be the two of us forever. Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
Please.
Please. Tanko.
By the way.
Also, Himiko, let me say this one thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So, if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better, too.
Damn it!
And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up.
Yes!
Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. I think you've trained too much. You're probably right. Seems the two of them made up. That's good.
So then...
So now that we've decided on a spiritual medium, let us begin.
Yes!
Alright, Himiko. I'll see you later.
Now, I would like the spirit medium Tenko to sit within the center circle. Please be sure to walk on the path, so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Make sure you watch your steps since it's so dark in here.
Next, you must be as a turtle within that circle. Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest on.
Now that I'm wondering, like, maybe that's how Angie hurt her forehead, because they said that she had, like, a wound on her forehead. Maybe she was trying to do this... I don't know why she'd be doing this one. And then, like, someone stabbed her, and she smashed her forehead onto the stone? I don't know.
Like this?
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete.
And it would be easy for someone to, like, stab you in the back of the neck when you're in that position.
Whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or change position.
Who knows, maybe Kyo did it, and he told Angie, he got her to do the same thing, and then that's how he killed her?
Piece of cake! I have 5-star flexibility!
So then...
Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left to be done.
Let's see.
First, we must place this iron cage atop Tenko. I shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokichi. And please keep in mind, walk carefully so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Yeah.
Okay, you can count on me. I may not look like it, but I'm actually super duper strong.
I shouldn't have lied.
Of course he lied.
I'm way too weak for this kind of stuff.
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy.
Hold on! Don't just drop it on top of me!
I know. It wouldn't be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
Please don't jinx us!
I'm tired. So, next, we cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
I shall take that role. All right. Everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
The final step is to place the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. The four of us may need to do this together. The statue is quite heavy.
I would not like to be in Tenko's position. I can get quite claustrophobic, so this would be a nightmare.
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
Oh, holy crap, this weighs a ton!
No, it is not much more than 175 pounds.
Oh, I'm totally wiped.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily, but seances and magic don't.
Oh, Himiko, you always have an excuse, don't you?
Are you sure it's okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage?
The iron cage was made specifically for seances, so it can hold this weight.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
Now, let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it. So then...
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Got it.
Understood. I will not say a word until this seance is over. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance.
Well then...
The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to one of your choosing. We each stood in a different corner.
Now we darken the room. Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles. Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you.
Yeah, got it.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me. Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Okie dokie, then I'll blow out the candle now.
I walked up to the closest candle and blew out the flame. Oh, like nightmares, like the idea of being stuck in a small space in pitch black is a nightmare. The room instantly fell into complete darkness. Pitch black darkness. So dark I couldn't even see my own body. Overcoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner. Then began the singing.
At last, at long last.
Kyo led us all into the caged child song.
Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At mountain's bottom, within the darkness, at last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be 2 or just 1?
Ooh.
Will the guard dog run far away?
I just like to imagine that was the sound of the statue collapsing on Tenko. She's dead.
The little girl. At last, at long last.
We finished singing the song, but I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that?
Say.
Is the caged child Angie Onaga? He began calling. Now if the medium answers.
Say.
Is the caged child Angie Onaga? Oh my god, did she die? Did we just get a double murder on our hands? Did Tenko just die? What's going on?
Say.
Is the caged child Angie Onaga?
What's the matter?
What's wrong? Why don't Angie answer?
Hold on.
Himiko, I was very clear you were not to speak, yes? But something's weird. Why won't she answer? Oh, snap. We might have Tenko be dead, too. Maybe it failed?
Let's see.
Let's light the candles briefly.
Huh?
What? Is that okay?
Well,
Just for now. Confused, I walked along the wall back to the candle. I managed to strike a match and light the candle once again. Oh, yep. I think so. I think I see some blood under there. Hey, what's going on? Did it really fail?
that cannot be.
That shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect.
What?
Is Angie not coming? Is that still Tenko in there? Tenko?
I see.
I told her she mustn't speak until the spirit and— oh, she's dead, guys. She follows orders well, but how about we let her out for now?
Hold on.
Wait, dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same who brought them in. And pitch black, right? It would be so easy for someone to do something, like to sabotage it in a way. Oh. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body.
Man.
Seeing as how this was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around, but whatever. Okay, I just want to get this done. I just want to find out if I'm right. Just like setting up, Kyo instructed us how to clean everything up. We were careful to remove everything exactly in the order Kyo directed.
Now, I will remove the sheet.
Oh, there is blood. There is blood. Kyo pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside.
Oh?
Yep. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I was not expecting this. Something is amiss. Yeah. I mean, not yeah. I'm not happy about this. Himiko ran toward the cage at a sprint. Oh, and it's so sad to think, like, Tenko basically, like, unknowingly sacrificed herself for Himiko, because Himiko would have ended up in that scenario if Tenko didn't step in. She wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and...
Tenko!
Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and... Bing, bing, bing. Yep, there it is. Oh, I was not expecting a double murder, guys. What? What? Wow.
Really?
Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Monofanny's green puke was predicting this tragedy. Oh, the puke's color is normal now. I guess it was predicting this.
For now.
Everyone, please assemble in the seance room. Damn. I mean, Tenko wasn't my favorite character, but I'm not pleased about this. The second body discovery announcement played. Especially because Tenko basically was doing this to... Oh, it's just sad the way it happened. Like, at least I guess Tenko and Himiko made up before it happened, but... It didn't take long for everyone to come running. Tenko, seriously? What is this? How did this happen?
How this happened?
Tenko, Gonta, so sorry. Gonta no could protect you.
Got a minute?
Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know. What's happening?
What on earth?
I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I mean, there has been the case where we found two bodies at the same time. In the second game, it was Hiyoko and Ibuki. But I don't think there's been one yet where a murder has happened during an investigation of another murder. I guess for now, you should maybe start the investigation right away. This might be an extra long episode of investigations. Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tenko, yes?
Huh?
Oh, this is going to be an interesting class trial if that's the case, because the same person, you know, one where we had two murders, it was the same person who killed both people, but if we've got two separate murderers, how is that going to work?
If so...
What happens in the event there are two murders by two people? What if there are two Blackens? Will we need to find them both at the class trial?
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What would happen in that scenario? Guys, Man, everyone is just really, like, just completely numb to the fact that we have another dead body. People are just already just worried about the logistics of everything.
Yeah?
Huh? What would happen? Monodam, what would happen? Oh, what would happen?
Not that.
Why do you look lost too, Monodam? I thought you were gonna run things instead of Daddy. I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do. Really, don't know. Oh man, they're all disorganized. If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate. Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help.
No way.
Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us. Ugh, it's all our fault Daddy ended up like that.
Yeah?
It's all your fault, Monofeni?
Daddy.
Daddy, help! We don't know what to do on our own.
Ah!
We gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal.
Okay.
That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's right.
That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love. You don't understand that because you've never been loved before, Monodam. Yeah, I gotta have a feeling that he's gonna be the next one to go. Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal.
Father!
I want to see you too, Father. I love you with all my heart.
Yeah.
Aw, you're making me blush.
Here I am!
I'm back. Were you good while I was away?
Thank you so much, my adorable darling cubs. With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation.
Oh, that tickles! Father's intense love is getting me all soaked!
Daddy, your tongue feels
Yeah.
better not awaken anything.
No. Can we go back to the murders now? I find those less upsetting.
No.
Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax.
To tell you the truth,
Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on vacation. But I was able to do it. The secret is to just leave whether you get permission or not. Huh? Wait, so then, who's the baldy then?
yeah?
Oh, just a part-timer I got to cover me while I was gone.
Hey!
Here's your pay like we agreed on. Now take it and get out of here.
Why?
Huh? I thought you were supposed to be relaxed. Now that nuisance is out of the way, what were you guys talking about again?
Yeah?
Oh, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates?
I'll answer
Well,
that.
I have an answer for that. It's first come, first serve.
Huh?
First come, first serve?
Hey,
The blacken who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target.
in other words...
Oh. So then, if it's a separate murderer, then they just did it for no reason. In other words, if the blacken who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim.
Now then,
Oh, I'll add this to the school regulations, so you can review it later.
go ahead.
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate this murder, too.
Father!
Boy, everything is going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leaders gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst. Daddy, you're glowing. You're glowing like a lamp. There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. He just left us behind while he was saying he never let us go.
How nice.
That's why he's so amazing. Oh, please lick me some more, Daddy. Meh.
So long. Farewell.
Alright, get out of here. I don't want to hear from you guys for a while. Just go. So to make sense of all that,
Listen closely.
both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer.
Nope.
But we don't even know if there's a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True, we should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case. So, I guess, they couldn't have known that, but if the same person who killed Angie killed Tenko, why would they kill Tenko as well? Like, what reason would they have to do that?
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit!
You fucking psycho.
Shuichi!
Shuichi, this is bad.
Huh?
This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now.
But you know...
So this is where we need you to step up.
Listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, then let's check the Monokuma file first. The victim is Tenko, oh my god. Chabashira? Okay. The ultimate Aikido master. The body was found in the middle empty room on the 4th floor. Time of death is approximately 11 a.m. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck. Yep, and just like I said with the rock and everything, that's how they got the forehead wound, right? Oh, but she doesn't have the forehead wound. Okay, so that, never mind, that just completely negates what I just said. Stab wound on her neck, the same as Angie's cause of death. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. Curse?
Jeez.
God, not again. Curse? Oh no.
Hey!
What? Curse? Kaito, calm
We
down.
might have a third murder on our hands right now.
No way there's a curse! Don't screw around!
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
And she's like, I'm not joking this time. A dull sound reverberated through the room.
Are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay?
My bad.
My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Maki roll. Kaito left the room, still a bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
True, we haven't time to mourn Tenko's death, as our own lives are at risk.
This is...
That's true, but Angie and then Tenko? And to think, earlier I was suspicious of Tenko. I'm sorry, Tenko.
How can this be?
It was all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again. Tenko's death caught us off guard. Everyone is panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective. Alright. Let's get on with this one, I guess.
Well...
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to.
Got it.
Going to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
No, that won't be necessary.
Ah,
Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
Huh?
Why?
listen up!
Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power. Did Mew do this to him?
His eyes lit up.
I, Mew Iruma,
Yep.
the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Even though you all treat me like shit.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Well, at least Mew likes him. Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
It's okay.
It's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my god, that's actually going to be used as a potential... Okay. I don't know how that's going to be brought up later, but... It's the magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
Oh, dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well...
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
What?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous? I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my body.
Right already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Caged Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo? He's like, ugh. He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. The wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Oh, wait. Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Well then, that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, did someone bring something in that they'd be able to conceal? You're right. I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Aw, poor Tenko. There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be... This is the cage used in the seance.
is this...
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first. Hey, look at this.
Is this...
A bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
Yeah, I imagine so. The splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. Alright, so if we can find that white sheet, we can see if there's like a stab wound through the sheet so we know if someone used something from the outside to go into the cage, or maybe there was something connected to the cage or the dog statue itself that activated. I don't know. When the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then...
She was stabbed right when this cage was lifted. That would explain the bloodstain. Oh, stabbed when the cage was lifted? There was that kind of creaking sound during it, though, so...
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That is a possibility. Wait, I'm so confused. So when the cage was lifted, like lifted off of her? Because at that point we already saw the blood around her. So we gotta figure that out. We gotta figure out the, the actual moment when she was killed. Alright, so we want to check out the cloth for sure and the dog statue. It's the white sheet we used for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Kia was the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. Similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. On the back? Oh, look, there's a bloodstain on it right around the middle of the sheet.
But...
Oh, but no hole in the fabric. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through the cloth.
Okay.
She was stabbed while under the cloth. Alright, interesting. Oops, okay, I didn't mean to talk to Samugi, but we're gonna do it anyway. I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Stop it.
Cry later.
What?
Huh?
Because...
Crying won't bring Tenko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit for Tenko and all of us.
I guess...
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. So I'm like, is there any way it could have possibly been someone not in the room, or does it have to be someone in the room? Because that definitely limits the amount of people it could be. It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, the wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. The wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly...
Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother? Alright, Mew. What?
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. Anyway,
Is this...
If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. So my thing is, like, was the person expecting Tenko to be there, or were they just willing to kill whoever was going to go in the cage? Like, was it maybe Himiko? Like, maybe she knew that Tenko would offer to go in there and she's exacting revenge for Angie in her, I don't know, her own twisted kind of way? I don't know. Himiko! Hey, Himiko! Be strong, Himiko!
Wait.
Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break. But she not talking. It like Himiko, not even here.
Like I thought.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now. Oh, okay. Himiko. I don't want to believe it's Himiko. That's horrible of me to do, but I'm just throwing things out there. Leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all. Alright, very helpful, Kibo. Thank you.
That cannot
Why?
be.
Why did this...
I knew it.
Kyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
But of course.
Of course, I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned by that than the murder.
Ah, yes.
Oh, if we perform the caged child again and summon Tenko's spirit this time. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be volunteering to help you out with that seance.
This is stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
I see.
True.
Yes.
It may be best to move past what happened, to know why the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever, just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed a white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterward, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been complete, but... Now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something.
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, and then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it... You don't have to look so happy during that. Then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed?
Well,
Yes, that is a problem.
I see.
There
yes.
is another problem.
How?
And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner? Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Maki has never one to pull her punches. So there's the thing of someone may have come in and somehow known what was happening and somehow was able to kill her? This investigation is over and shut, and it's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now then, Kunt Fu's killer is obviously... Damn! She's dead! Wow. No respect for the dead. What of you stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place?
No.
No, not necessarily.
Huh?
Seriously? The seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be...
So you believe Tenko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, you don't even know that? I mean, there's the whole thing, Kyo said something about, like, to Himiko about watching out because there are holes in the floor. The problem is, though, she was stabbed in the neck. Because I was like, someone could have been under the floorboards and killed her that way. But it would come up through the front of her throat, not the back of her neck. It's true Tenko was alive before the seance began. Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she had already been killed. Oh, can you see there? There is. There's like, it looks like a floorboard's been moved, right? Am I just seeing something? It looks like it. That means she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point of this case. Okay, can I investigate that? Like, that's a... Yeah, oh, not the circle. No, I want to see the floorboard underneath her. Yeah, there we go. The floorboard is loose. And it's the one right under Tenko. Why? Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember
correctly, it wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance. Why? Why would it come loose during the seance?
But...
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. Alright, there we go. That's a pretty big thing there. Man, what a lame function. Okay, he already said that. Is there anything? The candles. There we go. Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles, it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? Maybe Kibo's light. Maybe he was... But we would have seen the light. So that wouldn't work. I was like, maybe he was under the floorboards and he shone a light so he could see where she was, but the rest of us would have seen it too. Although, I mean, even if it was covered... It was covered by the sheet, and they did say it was pretty opaque, but something that bright, I feel like some light would get out under the sheet and we'd be able to see it. Alright, what am I missing here?
Well...
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. Oh my gosh, and wasn't it... Okay, are the floorboards loose on all of the, because Himiko was the one, like, when they're saying which floor, like, which room should we do, and Himiko said something like, let's go to the middle one, because the middle one, like, you always do these things in, like, a middle room. But I'm like, did she pick this room specifically because of the floorboards being loose in this room? But I think all of the rooms are like that, so I don't know if that's really, you know, pertinent to the case. The floorboards aren't nailed down, they're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. They're probably the reason they're a little unstable. Yeah, that's right, we did go into, that's because we haven't been in this room, that's right. We went to the first and last room, and they were the same. They're all, they've only been laid on top, that's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
Is this...
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose.
Why?
First Angie, then Tenko?
How can this be?
Gonta, so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends? Okay, there's something I'm still missing. I still look... So I'm pretty sure I looked at her body, right? Okay, never mind. So I didn't actually, you know, investigate the body, which is the most important part. Thank you for being here, Maki. You're a huge help. The biggest unanswered question is the murder weapon. Where that weapon went will be key to solving this case. Oh, hole in the corner. Oh, there we go. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
Is this...
A hole? Looks like there's space under here, too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there. Oh, is it the weapon? What, something dropped down there? Something dropped from here?
Hey,
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
You're right.
Right, let's do it.
by the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light?
That's true.
Let's bring a candle. With Kiba's light from up here, that should be fine.
okay.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Alright, got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. Ah, okay. There's a lot. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. It's like a crowbar or something over there. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's. Oh, it's so gross that it's just like drip, drip, drip. There's a blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Oh, was Angie killed here too and then brought over to her her lab?
hey,
Maybe. And then there's the whole, like, I know there was a whole thing about, like I said, the stone on the forehead, but Tenko didn't have it. So, I don't know, maybe she looked up. Maybe that sound, that crashing sound, she looked up, and then she got killed, and that's why she didn't have that, you know, wound on her forehead. But maybe Angie, she did it, you know, the way that she was supposed to, so her head was resting on the stone, and then she got stabbed in the neck, so that's why she has the wound on her forehead. The back of the floorboard has blood on it too.
Ah.
You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
That's true.
I wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
And these bloodstains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Well, this is just getting more and more interesting. And I know I've got some crazy theories here, and I bet none of them are... oh, it's a sickle. It's a sickle. I meant to say... Yeah, I bet, like, all of my theories are probably totally off, but... Oh, God, imagine just getting pierced by that. Ugh. There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
The blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
Is this...
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did?
Well,
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes, too.
Well.
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
that's right.
And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
But.
But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question.
Hey,
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
That's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Ooh, that's true. That's true. Either of those is possible. So that way we're not just restricted to the people who are in the room. Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room.
hey,
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away. It looks like a natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here.
that's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it would be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in there.
Nope.
They could have used a light like we're doing right now.
Well.
True. They used a light to move around under the floor? Is that possible? The thing is, if they're doing it with all of the gaps in the hole, somebody would see that, right? So that's the thing. So it's either someone in this room, or we have to try and figure out where everybody was at the time that the seance was happening. So Maki said that she was going to stay inside Kyo's lab. Everyone else was seemingly still in Angie's room, so we got to try and figure out where everybody was at the time. And we can narrow that down at least. Alright, are we done here? Oh, nope. Nope. Oh, look! Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width, too. And from what I can see of it,
That's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is, why? Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then...
So what purpose did this serve? The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all this, then why? I think we finished investigating here.
Is that all right?
Maki, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust. After Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You're sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because...
If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the Blacken we need to vote for is...
You're right.
the culprit for the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
Then...
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's? Oh, poor Tenko. Basically, she's like a throwaway murder.
But...
This is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. Alright, so... Oh, when I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising I could have ever imagined unfolded. What are you talking about? What is happening? Oh my god, you fucker. You fucker. They even did the staticky and everything. Oh, Kokichi, you shit. I hate you. I hate you. Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh?
Oh, sorry. I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Why?
Okay, so what are you doing? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
Huh?
You stepped through a floorboard?
That's so mean.
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
Got a minute?
If you're gonna lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting the floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What bad luck. The crosspiece was gone. Does that mean... Oh my goodness. Kokichi, I hate you. Wait, is it over already?
Confidence.
Damn.
Dreams. That's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own 2 eyes.
Man, even with 2 murders, that seemed like it was really quick.
Baseball, soccer, mobile games, they're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
I guess time's up.
Oh.
Oh man, it's because of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something.
Huh?
What were you trying to check? I wanted to re-research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the exact same way as this picture. Not only that, he used the exact same tools, too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. Oh, so creepy. At the class trial, so see you there. Kokichi left, the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Oh boy. Let's go too.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see. So even she gets nervous sometimes.
Do you want to die?
What are you staring at? Do you want to die? Yeah, that felt like that was too quick. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
Less friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level.
What?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito? Yeah, I'm feeling better now, but wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
hoo-yah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It is as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please lend us your power.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua. Considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all, are they finally going to get out of this fog?
Well, you know.
I just never want to hear about Atua again after this trial is over. She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also...
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial this time is going to be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating. Oh yes, Kaito, because you would have been so helpful otherwise. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey,
Or maybe
so-
maybe he secretly did. Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? Alright, we're not going to do the trial in this episode, obviously, but we're going to at least get to, you know, the start of it so that we can just get right into it for the next episode. As usual, we walk toward the elevator in silence. Geez, it's true, there are just less and less people. As soon as we remaining survivors stepped aboard, we descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed, you'll make Monodam sad. As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth,
Now then.
let's hurry up and get this started.
Extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy to your heart's content. The 3rd class trial was about to begin. Angie Onaga, the ultimate artist, that we barely even got to touch upon. We spent more time with Tenko's murder. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try and prevent the killing game. Then Tenko I am having a real hard time with her last name. Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one that killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial.